I know.
That one's not on. We're live on the visuals.
I check. Okay. Good to go.
Something else I picked up.
www love the number 2 jamradio.com is going down real on some corn Fridays. Yes, we are back. We are back. Welcome back. Mr. White is on the way. If you're watching the visuals, he outside grabbing something right now. What's up, Miss Lovey?
Hey.
See, Lovey got a new button. She done learned how to work the volume.
It's an old button
we
with
on
a
our
new
way.
use. The only show I can use it on without getting looked at crazy.
Say what up to the people, Miss Lovey.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Miss Lovey, queen of all things indie. I'm just here to push the buttons.
And we got special guests who ain't been here in a good little while. Mr. Nasty Nose is in the building. Like, you still Nasty Nose?
Oh, always.
Yeah, hit that up.
No, don't hit that hoe. Unhit that hoe so we can get to a couple of topics. We're going to start it off. I'm talking about upcoming events. I just got back, so I'm going to start trying to do stuff the right way. We got topics today. We got a format. We're going to take breaks. We're going to get lit. We're going to do all that good stuff, and we're going to make sure y'all stay active. All right. Once again, welcome back. Upcoming events tonight. We will be where at, Miss Lovey?
We will be at Club Hush over on Chimney Rock with Beat King, Hood Rat Holly, the whole Little Jam Radio family, and Lil Pat and Tati Dior. So
they're doing performances, right?
They are performing. It's gonna be lit tonight.
Oh, Lil Pat performing tonight?
Lil Pat is performing tonight. He's also performing tomorrow night.
That's what I saw with him on it.
Yes.
Tomorrow night at the Guala event.
Yes. Shout out to Guala. The Little Jam fam gonna be in the building over there as well.
So tonight is the 3rd annual Drippin' Dip.
Drippin' Dip?
It's gonna be 6501 Chimney Rock Road.
Yes,
I didn't want to guess that address, but I would have said 6504, so I was close.
You can make somewhat over there.
Through there. What time? They say doors open at 9.
Well, whenever we get up out of here, I gotta go home, get dressed, and then I'll go over there.
So really, the doors open when Lovey get there, which will probably be about 10:50, 11 o'clock.
Indeed.
When I saw the flyer, I thought it was a pool party because
there is a pool party, but the pool party is on Sunday. It's Lil Boosie.
Is that the same place though?
No, it's a pool party. So it's at the Blue Lagoon or some shit.
Oh, all right, gotcha. I think I know. I think that's where everybody kind of do their things at.
There's been a lot of pool party action going on lately.
Then tomorrow, 7500 Color, Lil Pat. That's what you alluded to.
Yeah,
the nicest.
The pink celebrity's gonna be over there in the building too.
The fat rat with the cheese gonna be in the building. Yes, you see Saturdays.
Yes.
Also, Lil O's performing.
Lil O is performing. You should come.
It's a Lil O live right here. The live is kind of fancy on here, so they kind of got me. But 7500 Color. Shout out to Guala season. Hey, it's going down. So I'm gonna try to make it out tomorrow. That'll be my first night out in a long time. I done had a newborn baby.
Hey, congratulations!
She's officially a whole month now.
Carson.
I ain't did a show since the Friday before April 21st. I was supposed to do my last show on the 23rd because we was gonna do the show. Then we was gonna hit Mr. White comedy show because he had a comedy show that night,
that's right.
and we was trying to rally the team up to go. Now, I know Mr. White probably disappointed because when I found out I was having a baby 3 days early, I kind of fell off with the reminding of everybody because, the baby takes precedence over. So I was going to round up a couple people at last minute. We was going to slide through his show, but we kind of missed that because of the baby being here. But I'm going to definitely make, one of his shows coming up here pretty soon. What other events do we got? We did the Indie Top 10 a couple weeks ago. That was pretty dope.
Yes, it is. Shout out to JB.
Yeah, we need to get another one of them because I got some songs. I've been with Little Jam almost what you think? How long you think I've been here? 5 years, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say 5 years
because I've been doing comedy 8 years. Really 7 because that pandemic year was just pretty much a wash for them. But 8 years and counting. And I want to say I came to Little Jam by my fifth. I've been here about 5 or 6 years because I was 2 or 3 years into comedy when I came here. And it's crazy how. When I sit back and think how everybody was brought together, like
we're gonna make a show about it.
I wouldn't even know Lovey if JB wasn't in the comedy group being thirsty and niggas didn't start roasting his ass. Like, cause it was like he was doing the event at 5-9 Hookah Lounge, and he was already doing it. Like, in comics, we see it, but it was like, hey, come do your shit for free, and get up, get you some stage time, and get on out of here. And that's really frowned upon, because they like, how you doing a comedy show without paying any other comedy? You just want us to come work for free. And he was like, man, he was really trying to get something started at the time. So I saw how consistent he was, and I reached out, and then I went to one show, and it was like the first show I went to, it wasn't all that. It was like a bunch of stuff going. It was a great concept. Like, I immediately saw what was going on, but it just needed a little more structure to it. Somebody really consistency. So when I got on, we picked up a couple more people, and it's been love the jam since, and we here now.
Squad.
But the niggas roasting JB, I kind of feel sorry for him. That's probably why I drove out the 5-9 Hookah Lounge. I'm like, man, these comedians on black crime, and then the white people was getting on them too. So I'm like, man, come on, this man out here trying to do something for the scene, and eventually he was saying like, hey, I want to do a comedy show and pay people and do this and do that, and they was just like, man, fuck that shit. So I was like, man, he's persistent. I'm gonna go check it out. And I'm still here, so
indeed.
That's how Love the Jam. I joined Love the Jam, and I've been here. I done got all 4 badges.
Yeah, he got all of them: the white, the black, the purple, the blue.
Mm-hmm.
We used to get new colors every year, and I appreciate
you. This
our
second black one.
Yeah, it is. Starting to run it back.
I'm gonna call somebody. I don't know who made the black ones. Probably about 2.5 years ago, but them things was big as shit.
So
like
big.
They walk around here with certificates around.
It was Kodak. Kodak made them shits hella big.
Kodak.
He did.
Who did these?
Bougie. Shout out to Bougie.
Oh, for real, Tip did these? I didn't know that. I know Mr. Charles did some of ours. Have you heard from Mr. Charles?
I think he might have passed away, and they just tried it. I don't know. I can't say, but
he just had a lot going on at the time, and it was too much.
He had like 2 strokes back to back, and then he couldn't read anymore. His brain stopped working the right way.
Yeah, but I feel like when somebody means a lot to a lot of different people, like regardless of what your relationship is with that person, if they mean something to somebody else, you have to respect them enough to at least bridge that gap and let people know. Like, not everybody, but if you see people on there like, hey, have you heard from such and such, such and such, then you probably should say, hey, he passed a few years ago, and the conversation switched to condolences, because I cared about Mr. Charles.
I do too. He hooked all my stuff. Like, I love Mr. Charles. That was like my old grandpa, little dirty grandpa type shit. You know what I'm saying? He used to crack me up.
Yeah, I would like some closure on what's going on with Mr. Charles.
But you got to hit up Niecy, because that was my lifeline to him.
For a while, what's crazy is I met Niecy through comedy.
I know, she was a comedian.
With LMAO 2K. I was with Niecy when she got on stage the first time. I believe, man, it's crazy how many comedians who I didn't know what the fuck I was doing when I first started doing comedy, but I knew enough to tell somebody what I knew. And now it's like all these comedians are basically doing their own thing and in their own lanes, and I'm glad, because when it started off, it felt like I was going to have to be somebody who was always there. Hey, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. It was like, hey, I could just tell them what they need to know and allow them to figure out a lot by themselves. But I told them enough to where we still have relationships. I can hit up anybody and say, hey, what's up? How you been? What's good? And it's like we never stop talking to each other. Because right now we doing a comics 3-on-3 basketball tournament coming up here pretty soon.
Oh, sounds dope.
It wasn't my idea. It was originally Corn and another guy was just going out there playing basketball and talking about it amongst us comics scene. Other people started saying they can hoop too. So now it's done grew to where it's about maybe 20 or 30 people who come out and play. Now they doing a 3-on-3 tournament, and they got trophies and everything that's supposed to be getting made.
Damn, sounds like Little Jandy to be in that.
I think it's happening tomorrow.
Oh, never mind.
It'll be in the morning time. It won't be like.
Oh, because I know there is. I forgot. We're supposed to be going to a basketball thing at J. Prince Jr. Gym.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Is it like
internet radio basketball game? It's like Critical Show and them against somebody.
Put me on.
I tried. They didn't invite us to play. They just invited us.
They seen them hoopers on the Love Jam team. They seen Carl, big 6 foot 17 ass.
They was like, hell no, we ain't asking Love
Kalani
Jam.
in the back looking like a light skinned shooter. Kalani Curry in the back.
Oh, that shooting.
I ain't love it. Kill my laugh. I'm like, man, Kalani can't be Steph Curry.
You used the wrong word. Is all.
Shooter, not shooter. Yeah, we got a nice squad here. I think we can pull it off. I don't know what BP and all them do. Guala look like he can set some picks or something. Chachi probably gonna fall out the game. We need that nigga that's gonna fall out the game. I don't know what Theo gonna do. He just gonna snowbird or something. We gonna find something for everybody to do.
Yeah, for real.
But as long as weather is fine and the numbers show up, they will be doing that 3-on-3 tournament tomorrow. What I'll do is I'll go live either from the Love the Jam page or from my personal page just to kind of keep people informed on, how things are going, because we are still active out here in these streets.
Theo said that's his job. Theo. D Black said that's my job to set picks.
Yeah, well, you the pig nigga and Chachi the foul out nigga.
Yeah. Chachi go foul out. Shout out to Bar Babies Radio. Y'all tune in on Wednesdays.
Yeah, Wednesday nights. If y'all ain't been tuning in, y'all missing some great shows. There's a lot of stuff like, when I first got to Love the Jam, you told me about the battle rap scene, and it was different raps that y'all were already going to every now and then when they were doing them in the city. If we had time, we knew about it. And then we had an artist that did a battle rap, and she didn't do too well, but the other person was so trash that it didn't matter. You remember that?
The Mandy Savage battle?
Yeah.
Mandy Savage versus Vegeta.
But I know I drove all the way out there to Cullen, past Chad to Houston to some kind of place, and we ate some burgers or something.
Oh, yeah, that was the one. They brought Reality Life back, Jay Jocka and them, that other showcase.
I didn't know that.
They just brought it back. I saw the flyer.
I don't see Jocka no more.
I just seen him maybe like a month ago across the street. He was philandering around. I guess seeing me inspired him to start doing his showcases again. Right. Apparently,
it is what it is. You got to stay active, because a lot of times, regardless of what one person is doing, even if they're doing the same thing you're doing, or vice versa, like, they might not be there for you, but they there for somebody else. It's always an artist that needs a stage to perform on. So it's like, hey, it'll be better.
They shouldn't be getting raped together to get on there, though.
Hey,
but hey, that's neither here nor there.
People get raped all the time.
Shut up, boy.
People have been getting raped since the Bible days. Why do we expect it to stop now?
It's not that we expect it, but if we could stop a rape, then we would want to stop a rape.
If you stop one rape, I guarantee you there's another rape going.
That doesn't matter.
No, it does. I'm gonna tell you why it does matter. Because if you look at everything that happens in the world is perfectly balanced. So if you stop something, it's going to happen somewhere else, no matter what, at that exact same time.
But it won't be happening where the fuck I'm at in that moment. That's all I'm saying.
You'll stop that, but it's still going to happen.
It's just not going to happen on my watch. And I'm good with it not happening on my watch. Because if I see a rape happening, you be better. I'm not going to be thinking about balance. I'm going to be trying to understand what the fuck.
So if you see somebody getting raped and you yell out rape, are you snitching?
I'm not yelling out rape. I'm running up on the rape. I'm trying to see what's going on.
You running up on the rape.
Yeah.
Then you get you just getting raped.
Yeah. I thought somebody was getting killed. Go ahead. My bad.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
You got a rub? Oh, he got a rubber. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
he's not raping you all the way.
You terrible.
He fully vaccinated.
No, rape is rape. You wouldn't stop a rape? You just gonna let a rape pop off? You got a daughter. When you call it rape, certain people have a certain way of that they do business. Like it's not a right way, and rape is rape. Ain't no in between. If somebody's having sex and they say no, then it's done. And if they continue forcibly,
what if they open their legs and they say no?
Doesn't matter. No is no.
How do you know they're not acting?
Don't matter. Don't fuck an actress.
And a lot of times when artists are getting raped, the artist ain't saying no. It's somebody on the outside that see them get raped that's saying that's rape. And the artists don't feel like they getting raped.
They could be in shock.
They feel like they getting some.
No, bro. Rape is rape. What? Are you really justifying rape over here? I just need to know.
No, what I'm telling you is...
your brother?
I'm telling you, a lot of time the artists don't realize they got raped until they come to us. And they be like, damn, like, I'm getting much more for 10% of the price I paid over there. And then that's when they realize they got raped. Because when we talking to artists, we always get to a point where what you got going, this is what we got. And they say, well, I'm doing this showcase over here. I paid $300 to do this and do that. And then that's when we found out they got raped.
Oh. So
it's not like we see the rape. It's when they confess that they got raped that we notice. But we ain't snitching on them. Get your money, do what you got to do. Eventually.
No, it's actually I guess I'm gonna say the rape only comes in with the possible judging of the situation. Otherwise,
you talking about when it comes to prize and winning?
Yeah, that type of shit. Otherwise, the prize is good. It's cash.
Look. So with that, there are certain contests. Certain contests you got judges that you can put on the panel.
Right, we do rip the mic.
Lovey, everybody in the city can admit that you're a credible judge. If you see a showcase going on, there's no reason a showcase should be going on, especially an indie showcase, without somebody hitting up you and saying, hey, would you like to be a judge? Or do you know any artists that could participate in this contest? There should never be a showcase where somebody don't reach out to you and say that.
That's a lot.
I mean, it's gonna happen, but in reaching out to you, the person who reaches out probably protects themselves in the process, because it's like, all right, Lovey coming in here. I can tell Lovey, hey, I'm charging these artists $500, da. If we know up front what the deal is and the artists know up front what the deal is, then you're not really getting raped. What you're doing is bringing Lovey into the equation, because if you tell an artist they're going to get this interview, they're going to get this performance, they're going to get this, now you got somebody who can hold you accountable. Now you got somebody who can provide these artists with the resources that you gave to them. And it's like everybody's winning, but people be so focused on this my showcase, this how I do it. It's like everybody's not winning, because those points where you as a person putting on a showcase can be held accountable, you're not being held accountable because you're not putting people in your view to hold you accountable, in your circle to hold you accountable.
Right. That's
one thing about me. When I got married this time, this third and final time, I told people like, hey, this is the woman I'm with. If you see me out here in these streets and you see I'm doing something that's not right, call me out on it. Because I feel like as a man, you got to have people who can hold you accountable.
Right.
It's like we as men always tell, and I'm getting further into one of our topics for the night. Tonight's topic later on is going to be men environment.
What?
And it's the men environment. That's not going to be the topic. That's going to be the men environment. And that's not the topic of the night. That's the section for the night. And the topic will be respecting the situation.
Okay.
So Lovey taxed everybody to come up with a new segment on the show, and our new segment is going to be called the men environment. It's an environment where men enter and we can speak our mind and not have to hear what Lovey got to say about it.
Wait a minute.
Once you in the men environment. It's a man's point of view, but it's not going to be a man's point of view where we just say the sky is blue and you go outside and the sky is gray. It's not going to be that. It's going to be us men talking. We addressing certain situations and how we will react in certain situations. That's why I say respecting the situation, because it's a lot of times where we want to do what we want to do, but we can't do what we want to do because we're in that situation, and you have to respect that situation.
The nigga said, cut her mic off.
Who was that, D Black?
You know it was.
D Black, you got to come through one of these Fridays. We about to start cutting up on this man environment. We're going to get Chachi in here too. What made me think about it is because we actually have a group on Facebook called Men Environment. A lot of times it's no women in the group at all. I mean,
sounds like a gay environment.
It's not no disrespecting the women. It's not no disrespecting each other. It's not disrespecting the women. It's, hey, this is going on in our society. Did you see this? What do you think about what's going on? And it's respectful answers. It's not, man, that's some bullshit. Man, I go shoot the place up. Like, it's not ignorant
it's not the man cave.
Hey, don't do the man cave. Because we need them type of shooters every now and then.
No,
but it's...
Can I add something real quick?
Come on. You hear?
Why he got his church finger up?
The Baptist finger.
When you say it's all men, because you got to think about it as the world is set up. Men think logically and women think emotionally.
So they say.
This is actually what really goes on a lot. But that's what's good to have a man environment, because we all go from a logical standpoint instead of going outside and then getting all this, hey, no, not this, because I feel this kind of way. No, but it's not about feeling. It's about what's really
a big problem in today's society is men have stopped acting logically.
Exactly.
They start acting emotionally.
You know why? Because they're being predominantly raised by women.
And also, who teaches them how to respect the situation? Who teaches them to respect the situation? I feel now. I don't know if it's the man's job in a child's life to teach them to respect the situation, but I do feel like that should be the man's job.
It is.
A woman, I'm not gonna say a woman can't teach a man to respect the situation. It's just a certain way we feel in a situation, and a woman can't feel that way because you're not a man, so you're not gonna feel that same way. Not to get too far though, but that's gonna be we'll get to that later. Hopefully, Mr. White shows up because it's 8:15 already.
Your wife said you can hear her point of view when you come home.
Nah, I don't need it. I already know how you feel. I love you too.
I said the same thing, KK, because a lot of men are, raised by women these days, and she said they should have some emotions, but
I'm not saying
it's a thought process though, not from an emotional thought process.
And there's nothing wrong with being an emotional man. There's nothing wrong with that. Because it's gonna be times in your life where you have to be sad or you're forced to be sad. You can be the hardest person ever, but something's gonna hurt you. And when that thing hurts you, how do you handle that hurt? You take it out in anger. Is taking that out in anger making you a man? Or if you take it out in love, does it make you a man? Neither one of them make you a man. One makes you a little more respectable than the other to a certain group, and the opposite does it for the other group. But as a man, you have to respect your situation and do the right thing. All right. So we're going to get into we're going to take a quick break real quick. When we get back, we're going to talk about a little bit of news, a little bit of sports, a little bit of crime, and then we'll get to the environment because it's 8:15 already. I'm going to check outside and see if my co-host pulled up, but www.love2generator.com.